between FJM and Eagle Queens. This is Andre Johnson here on the call with you guys today. So we're going to go to the field microphone. We're going to go to the field microphone for the player introductions.
At wide receiver, number 4, Elijah White. At running back, number 7, Ahmed Sisi. At wide receiver, number 11, Wade Evans. At wide receiver, number 12, Boyce Emmanuel. At tight end, number 22, Tyrese Butts. At center, number 50, Matthew Quinones. At left tackle, number 59, Sharif Salam. At left guard, number 69, Jameer Damon. At right guard, number 71, Amari Britt. And at right tackle, number 75, Elon Brizon. And the rest of the Frank Maculola Sharks. And now the starting defense for Eagle 3. At linebacker, number 2, Corey Gibson. At linebacker, number 6, Elijah Thompson. Number 8, Jared St. Fort. At linebacker, number 11, Khalil Holder. At cornerback, number 16, Kale Esso. At quarterback, number 19, Jordan Smith.
Yes,
second.
sir. Yes, sir.
At safety, number 25, Christian Wardlaw. At defensive end, number 48, Adrian Sidney. At offensive tackle, number 55, Jalen Cobb. At defensive end, number 56, Raheem Pfeiffer. And at defensive tackle, number 88, Elijah Stafford. And the rest of Eagle 3. At this time, ladies and gentlemen, we ask that you please rise. The flag is located on the field house side of the field. Please join us in honoring America with the playing of our national anthem. introducing the head coaches for Eagle Academy, Kevin Williams, and from Frank Macurola, Obike McKinney. Meeting the captains for today's game for the coin toss. Your referee, Adrisa Gandega. Your umpire, Aaron James. Head linesman, Kamal Kalin. Line judge, Scott Rothman. Field judge is Mike Liano. The side judge is Andre Taylor. And the back judge is Gary Acker. PSAL champion today, Kirby Millis, Andy Sperlin, Javier Benjamin, and George Lansock. Today's official timer, Aiden O'Brien.
Okay, I got you. I got you. Oh, let me get my phone. You're great. Good.
What's up, my guy? All right, so we're back. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the national anthem and the introduction of all the players. We're finally ready to get into some football. Somebody is going to be sitting here. All right, so the captains are out. And in the last matchup, in week 7 or week 8, Eagle Queens was able to get the win in the battle of the unbeatens. So Eagle Queens is the lone unbeaten in the 2A. They won that game 22-12. And Eagle Queens will defer to the second half. Mitz. Eagle Queens will defer, and it will be FJM with the ball first. And as you can see in the bottom left, our sponsors for today is Lights Out Performance. That is run by Coach Wayne and Coach Nook, and we'll talk about them more later. So there is no chat today, unfortunately. So it's just you guys and me. Mr. Ray Jarvis should be coming in later, so we can have some color commentary on this as well. But for now, it's just me. And this is the first of 4 PSAL championships we are bringing you guys. So again, just want to give a huge shout out to our sponsors, Lights Out Performance. We have 2 other sponsors as well. You'll see them as the game goes on. But for now, we are ready to get the 2A championship started. It's a low kick, and it's recovered well. So it's going to be 1st and 10 for FJM on the 40-yard line. And quarterback for FJM is DeHarris Haney, number 3. So Eagle Queens have by far the best, most ferocious defense in the 2A conference. But they are definitely vulnerable through the air. So a lot is going to fall on DeHarris. But the star man for FJM is Mr. Cisse, number 7. Hands it off, Fix it to Cisse. DeHarris is going to take it himself. Tries to make a man miss. But again, just like I said, that ferocious Eagle Queens defense. Number 8, Jean Baptiste, was there first on the tackle. About a pickup of 2. So you see the Sharks are moving quickly. 3 to the top of your screen. And in the last game, number 5, Jacob Reed, was an absolute beast. Let's see if he can repeat that today. Sends a man in motion. Hands it off to Cisse. But again, he gets to the outside somehow. Mr. Ahmed Cisse makes something out of nothing. Was bottled up in the backfield, able to break a tackle and make it into a 3rd and 1. I thought he was a little closer than that. So it's actually a 3rd and 3. First down is right at midfield, and the Sharks are on the 47-yard line. So it's a 3rd and 3 for the Sharks. Jet sweep. Has a lot of room to the outside. Can he get there? Yes, he can, and that'll be enough for a Sharks first down. So now they're in Eagle Queens territory. So this is already an improvement from the first matchup. The Sharks are having a lot of struggles running the ball in that first matchup, and that's their bread and butter. So it's definitely a great sign for them that they're able to run the ball much better. Sends a man in motion, hands off to Cisse, and again, this time he won't get away from the rowdy Eagle Queens defense. Trying to see a number on that. That was number 55. Jalen Cobb, the sophomore. Big loss on that. So it's going to be about a 2nd and 13. Ball's on the 51-yard line. As my co-commentator pulls up, I know it's freezing, my guy. Just give yourself a second. So we'll get him set up in a minute. We have a 2nd and long. If you can't tell, it is cold out here. Tips it up in the air. Oh, man, that could have been catastrophic. And this time, that's number 56 on the stop. Raheem Pfeiffer, the senior. So it's going to be a 3rd and long for the Sharks. We are on top of the roof. It's windy, it's cold, but we're delivering this to you so you don't have to be out in the cold. DeHarris looking to throw, looking for the wheel. Guys, the crossing route, but it's well covered. That's Khalil Esso on the tackle. So we're getting Ray Jarvis set up here. High snap, able to handle it. Good punt. Doesn't even try to field it. They just lose so much. They lost about 20 yards because Esso didn't field the punt. And now Eagle Queens will have the ball on their own 1-yard line as we bring in the infamous
What's going on, guys?
Mr. Ray Jarvis. What's up, man?
Championship atmosphere here in Brooklyn. New setup, extra security. It's a zoo out here. But we are in the building, Sage Media Solutions, Championship Saturday. And the ambiance, I got to tell you, is very fitting of a Championship Saturday. A lot of energy on the sidelines. I got to be on the sidelines before I made my way up to the roof to call this action. And this is what you like to feel when there's football and championships on the line. A lot of emotion, a lot of energy. Everything is at a fever pitch right now.
Absolutely. Championship Saturday. Eagle Queens from their own end zone. A toss. Does he get out of the end zone? He just gets out of the end zone, Ray.
Great pursuit there on the defensive side. A very conservative play caller. Try to run the sweep to the left. But they were lucky enough to avoid the safety.
Yeah, they need to. Conservative is their best friend right now with their backs against the wall.
I mean, you know, sometimes you got to be a little aggressive. Zag when they zig. Everyone expects you to run the ball, or run a little play pass and try to stretch the field.
So I can tell what kind of coach you'd be. Risk
Aggressive.
taker. Aggressive. From the 1 yard line, he's saying run forward.
I'm from the Steve Spurrier lineage, the Sean Payton New Orleans lineage. We're going vertical.
Hey, I like that. Let's see if
Mike Martz for the Rams fans out there. Y'all know the vibes.
Let's see if Eagle Queens opens up the playbook as they're on the 1 yard line. No, they're at actually the 2 yard line. They got a yard there.
One man split out to the right.
Patah just hands it off, and that's a good gain, giving them a lot more room to work with there.
Decent run near the 5 yard line. A lot more positive yardage as opposed to what we saw on first down, making it about, I would say a third and manageable situation coming up.
So Eagle Queens has 2 of the league leaders on their offense. Patah Severin is the leading passer in the division, and freshman Kasir Wright, the most receiving touchdowns in the division. So they have quite the dangerous offense.
We got to see it here on third down. You don't want to give your opponent great field position coming out of a 3 and out. We need to see a first down here.
So Patah under center. Throws a toss. Can he get to the edge? He has a good block, and that's going to be enough for a first down. Great job running.
Great run, turns the corner, turned on the Jets, got the first down, then an additional 10 yards after the first, completely out of the danger zone, setting himself up to now open up that playbook.
So Elijah Thompson doing a great job on the toss, as Eagle Queens will have it 1st and 10 from the 16-yard line. So, Ray, if this is a touchdown drive, this is a 99-yard touchdown drive. You don't see that very often. But speaking a little early, as we are going to see our first timeout, Eagle Queens calls the first timeout.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Follow us on Sage Media Solutions, the website, sagemediasolutions.com. If you're in here and you're tuned in, make sure you hit that like button. Also subscribe. Lock in with Sage Media Solutions everywhere.
Absolutely. So we're about to run some ads. So just waiting for it to come onto the screen. But you see in the bottom left-hand corner is Lights Out Performance. Run by Coach Wayne and Coach Nook. So as a youth or high school football player, the offseason isn't just a break, it's an opportunity. Champions are built in the offseason. It's the difference between being average and being remembered. Lights Out Performance is here to bridge the gap starting in January. So make sure you follow Lights Out Performance on Instagram. As we're back to the action, another handoff. This time it's the number 2 carrying people.
FJM seems like they have a weakness defending the run, and Eagle Queens is fully invested in exploiting that advantage.
So that was Corey Gibson on the run.
Out to the 26-yard line.
All right.
We're trying to get our affairs in order here while the wind tries to take advantage of us on the roof.
So Patah in the shotgun.
What you hear are the coaches adjusting the alignment as the ball
Sends
is
a jet sweep. Breaks the tackle. Has the edge. Can he get another tackle? Big gain.
Big time run right there. Another first down for Eagle Queens. Another first down on the ground for Eagle Queens as they are completely imposing their will on the ground right now. FJM is going to have to make some adjustments if they think they're going to be in this ball game. Because it's one thing, it's cold outside, and you will lose your will to tackle if they keep running the ball this way.
Yeah, so this is December football. Not only December football, but it's December football in the Northeast. So we all know what that brings. It's like the second after Thanksgiving, the temperature just drops.
It's been a long time since the Northeast, at least in New York City, has felt like this as well. So I'm not mad.
So it's going to be a new set of down for Eagle Queens. Sends the counter. Breaks another tackle. Has a link. Stiff arms. Ooh, I like that stiff arm.
Big time run right there. Finishing it off with a powerful stiff arm. A statement run if there has been one on this drive. Bounces it outside. One man to beat. He couldn't beat him, so he decided to fill him instead with that big stiff arm.
So Elijah Thompson has been having a big drive as this drive started on the 1 yard line, and they are now taking a snap in Sharks territory. So this is not a good start for the Sharks defense.
On the other side of the 50-yard line, 49-yard line of the Sharks. We're going to have to see something from the Sharks. They look a little tired. I see some hands on the hips as well. But if you look at the line-to-line matchup, Eagle has the advantage as far as O-line and defensive line.
And they hand it right back to Mr. Gibson. 5 yards here, 6 yards here, 8 yards here. You see the game plan for Eagle Queens coming into this one.
Eagle, boy, they're leaning all over this front. And at this point, the question is, do you even bother to throw the ball if this is working?
Listen, man, it is. I played wide receiver in high school. This is not exactly the weather I want to catch a beam from my quarterback, to be honest. And the Sharks take a timeout.
Now, Andre, get some hand warmers. You'll be all right.
Catch it with your body or something.
Something. Another timeout on the field.
So now each team has taken a timeout.
Body language of the Eagles sidelines. They know it. They know they got an advantage. They're walking around real confident right now.
So this will be a quick timeout here. Eagle Queens already back onto the field. So, my God, Ray, when you are on the Sharks sideline and you're seeing Eagle Queens gashing you for this many yards on the ground, what kind of adjustments do you make for the Sharks?
I'm loading up the line. I mean, it's a dangerous decision because you leave yourself susceptible to the big pass. But at this point, I need those linebackers creeping up a little bit closer. I might want to move one of these safeties up as well. They haven't gotten out of that too high look. Look, as you see it, they're still in the too high look. So
correct.
They're committed to letting their front deal with this run. And now you see them jumping off sides because you're so concerned about the run that you're looking for any advantage possible. Now it's becoming a mind game.
Absolutely. And you remember, the Sharks did lose the first matchup at their own place, so they must be really itching to get off on a good foot.
Indeed.
Eagle Queens taking advantage of that.
This defensive series for them, this is not the way you go about setting the tone in a revenge and championship game.
Absolutely, as Eagle Queens is taking up the majority of the quarter on this drive.
This is what happens when you run the ball effectively. You can dictate terms.
New set of downs. Corey Gibson in the backfield.
Now we have a single high look. So they brought a safety into the box.
Hands it off to Corey. Breaks another tackle. Another 10 yards. New set of downs for Eagle Queens.
Big time run there. So you can load up the box and it simply does not matter. Again, viewers, take a look at the size advantage that Eagle has. It's showing itself right now in this drive. They are pushing their opponent off the line and getting whatever they want on the ground.
And again, just a reminder, this drive has started on the 1 yard line. Eagle Queens is now on the 28 yard line. Has not thrown one pass. And honestly, I feel like I'm going to be saying that a lot this
They
weekend.
don't need to pass the ball, quite frankly.
So new set of downs for Eagle Queens. 2 wide receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Elijah Thompson in the backfield now.
You see the Eagle offense trying to spread them out a little bit to their advantage.
Hands it off. And
Good
this
job.
time, one of my favorite players, Jacob Reed, shoots the A gap and makes a big tackle for loss in the
It's
backfield.
the biggest stop of this drive so far. As you said, shooting the A gap and making it count. Sometimes players miss that tackle in that spot because they're too excited to blow him up. When he secured the tackle, looks to be about a 5-yard loss. Positive momentum finally on this drive for the defense.
And if right when the Sharks need a big stop, there's no surprise, it's number 5, Jacob Reed. He is the do-it-all man for this team. Middle linebacker, he returns the kicks. You'll see him on offense as well. So it's not a surprise seeing him making a big play for the Sharks, but they'll
He also
need to
makes
string
up
together
for
some big plays.
Jumping off sides earlier, he got those yards back. So salute to him again.
Hands up to Elijah, breaks a tackle, lowers his shoulder, pushing the pile. Good gain, a gain of about 8 yards there, making a third and manageable.
At this point, you as a defense, as a team overall, you have to be concerned that Eagle just got pushed back and still refused to pass the ball. They're telling you outright, you cannot stop us from running the football. Sure, you got a positive play last down, but do it again. And right now, I don't think they can.
And one thing you don't want to see was Jacob Reed going to the sideline. Had a little bit of a concern there. Hopefully Jacob is okay.
Probably just gassed. It's been a long drive.
Yeah. they've been out on defense for literally
Look at the
7
lineman
minutes
right now.
straight.
There's a lot of hands on hips right now.
So it's a 3rd and 4. First down is the 18-yard line. Come out in that same look. 2 wide receivers to the bottom of your screen, 1 to the top of your screen, fullback in the back. Oh, and number 75 goes for a false start for Eagle Queens. That's their first mistake of the game,
Well,
pretty
there you
much.
go. What I like to call discipline penalties. When you lack discipline, you usually give up about 5 yards in those spots. You jump off sides, false starts. Those penalties always come back to discipline or a lack thereof.
Especially on a 3rd and short. Now
Yeah.
it's a 3rd and long now.
You've changed the entire dynamic of this drive with one poor decision.
So now it's going to be 3rd and about 8. Let's call that 3rd and 9. So Eagle Queens might be forced to throw for the first time today.
Will they? It's the question.
Hands it off. Has the edge. Can he break a tackle? That's a good tackle from number 75 to get the stop.
But I
So
don't
it
know if
won't
he got
be
the
enough.
stop. It looks like it's a first down. Is it 4th?
Is it a first down? No, the first down is the 18, and they're on the 20-yard line.
I just
So it's
saw
going to be a 4th and manageable.
That's the first down,
end of
Andre.
the first quarter with your score. Eagle 3-0. Frank Macarola 0.
So again, I'm sure you guys heard, it's the end of the first quarter. Our score is still 0-0 after a very long drive.
That was the first down, indeed.
I didn't think he got it. I thought he was at the 20-yard line.
Look at the referee, Andre. He flipped
Wow.
it over with the first down. I haven't heard this song in years. You think you can stop the run?
As we're going to the other side of the field, we're trying to get the other ads going. So just run the ad. No. Run the ads and don't forget to hit Q for the slideshow. So I was going to ask you, Ray, how you feel about that first quarter. But I guess it's pretty obvious, just domination from Eagle Queens.
That was a speed run of a first quarter, with the run game completely dictating the terms for Eagle as they get into the second quarter, looking to capitalize on a good drive with a touchdown.
Hands off to Corey Gibson. Lowers the shoulder. Let me tell you something. Corey Gibson is the perfect running back for this weather and for this championship game.
Is it Corey or is it Derrick Henry? That is a big boy running through that line.
No, you caught me. I looked at my roster. I was like, dang, did I get that wrong? He said Derrick Henry.
Man, that's a big boy running through that line. I don't want to tackle him.
Second and a long 3.
And the thing about him is that we've seen big running backs this season who like to tap dance and tippy toe at the line. He's running right through that line.
Absolutely. Hands it off, and this time he's met by a pack of Sharks. No surprise, Jacob Reed in the backfield.
And just as we give him praise, the Sharks say, enough. We're not glazing those players today. Blows it up in the backfield.
Thrown back for a loss.
Pause.
Going to make it another third and manageable. Excuse me, a third and long. About 3rd and 6.
If they can hold them to a field goal here or no points at all, if they decide to go for it, this would be a big win for the Sharks.
Yeah, I mean, if you're Eagle Queens, you got to pretty much figure that you're playing with 2 downs here. Doubt that they're going to kick a field goal.
And the way the wind is set up, the wind just took my coffee out.
So 2 to the top of the screen, 1 to the bottom. Wing back. Wow. They read that immediately. Guess who? Jacob Reed in the backfield again. I think he has 3 tackles for a loss on this drive alone, Ray.
Seems as though there was some adjustments made in between quarters. The defensive coordinator for the Sharks made some tweaks, and they are blowing these plays up in the backfield. And again, there's only so many times you can run the same play before a team adjusts to you finally. It took long enough, but the Sharks are definitely swarming, and they smell and they sense the blood in the water right now. 4th down approaching, a chance to get off the field with no points.
So 3rd and 8. First down is the 8-yard line. Like I said, they have the leading passer in the division in Patah Severin. 4 wide, 1 in the backfield. Whistles. Timeout. Timeout Sharks.
Macurola, that's his 2nd charge timeout of the first half. Ladies and gentlemen, again, a reminder, all exits are final. If you leave the facility, you must buy a new ticket to come back in.
Yeah, they say if you leave one time, you're gone.
Just had to discard the rest. I had like 2 more sips of my coffee, y'all. and this disrespectful wind decided to take it away from me. I feel some type of way, but I got about 75% of the coffee that I bought. Golly.
So again,
now I need a touchdown to balance it out.
So this live stream is brought to you by Sage Media Solutions. So make sure you follow Sage on Instagram. And if you have any business inquiries, you can go to our website on the screen.
Tap in with the Sage Media family. Follow us on the socials. But in the meantime, as you're here listening to us, if you haven't hit the like button by now, do that immediately. If you haven't subscribed by now, do that immediately. Get familiar with the brand.
Coming out of the timeout, it's 4th.
So it's 4th and 8. First down is the 8-yard line. 4 wide. Patah looking left, throws right, has a man, it goes right off his hands. So that will be a turnover on downs.
That is a momentum swinging stop for the Sharks. They got away with what looked like a pass interference as well as the cornerback lost his footing. But if you're the Eagle wide receiver and it hits you in the helmet, you have to catch that ball. Sad to say it, but you kind of let your teammates down with that drop.
Now, let me tell you something. That was probably strictly to the cold.
Yeah.
Honestly.
See, y'all wide receivers, it's too cold. You got to catch that, man. Quarterback put it on the money.
So when it comes to that and it comes to this weather, you might not be able to catch it traditionally with your hands. Use your body, whatever it takes to catch that ball. It's the championship game. So now the Sharks, after that long drive, finally get a stop, and they'll have it 1st and 10 on the 16-yard line.
Let's see how they approach this drive, how they take advantage of the momentum swing that we just saw right there. To get off the field with no points is an absolute win and maybe a championship-making win for the Sharks.
Tries to run counter, and again, that ferocious Eagle Queens defense all over that run.
Eagle defense is going to look to try to maintain a certain level of control after they offense to finish that drive. This is probably one of the first truly biggest drives of the game coming up right here.
Gain of 1. 2nd and 9.
2nd and 9 coming up for the Sharks. A lot of times 2nd and long, and more often in football situations, that's an obvious passing situation. But at the high school level, it can also be a run. So let's see how the Sharks decide to approach this. A little bit of confusion at the line as they get it together. Tight formation initially from the looks of things. Eagle Queens, one high safety. Everyone else is in the box. Under center. In motion with the snap. Little misdirection on the run. He's out to the 30. Pardon me. He's out to the 20. Put down at the 23-yard line. Looks like about a 5-yard run. Solid job right there.
Ball is marked at the 23-yard line.
It's going to look like probably be about 3rd and 4 coming up. Two wide to the right, one to the left. Running back in the backfield, shotgun formation coming. Tries to draw him off sides with the hard count. Another run. Turns it up the field. He has a 1st down for the Sharks. Number 21, Robert B.J. Macklin gets the 1st down for the Sharks. Positive start to the drive. Again, this is a momentum swinging drive. If you're the Sharks, you want to put points on the board. If you're Eagle, you want to make sure that you don't give up any points here, because it would be a complete loss to march down the field, not score it, and turn around and give up points on the flip side. Takes the snap, drop back, has a check down, but puts it up. That would have been a massive play for the Sharks had he brought that in. The pass was intended for Ibrahim Dembe. Too much air on the pass. If you took a little bit off of that, he might still be running right now. If you hear me sniffling, it's because there's brick out here. 3 wide set, 2nd down for the Sharks. Back in the shotgun. Looks like we're going to finally see some passing plays. And as soon as I say that, he hands it off to B.J. Macklin, who turns it up the field to the 50-yard line before he loses his footing. Another big play for the Sharks as they are taking advantage of every opportunity right now.
Robert Macklin taking the ball into Eagle territory. Ball is marked at the
It's something to be said about understanding the moment, understanding the situation, knowing that you dodged one on defense by getting off the field and getting that stop, and the Sharks have seized the momentum here during this drive. 1st down, 49-yard line of Eagle Queens, still in the shotgun. Man goes in motion, takes the snap, play action pass to the flats, turns it up the field before getting brought down after about a 6-yard gain. No huddle for the Sharks, getting the play call from the sideline.
Second and 5.
4 wide set for the Sharks, spreading out that Eagle defense who has a one-high safety look, and everyone else is in the box. It's very susceptible to a big pass should the Sharks decide to go in that direction. Play action. No, hands it off. And the first real stuff of the day, or the drive, pardon me, for the Eagle Queens, setting up a 3rd and short.
No gain. 3rd and 5.
So I'm back now. Ray, it's a very back and forth affair so far. Both teams are able to move the ball, and especially in the Sharks' second time having it.
The Sharks understand the moment. We got to stop. You got off the field. We have a chance to seize momentum and probably leave Eagle Queens even more dejected coming out of a pointless drive.
And in this kind of game, you have to ask a question. How many possessions are in this game?
Exactly.
How many more possessions are going to be even in this half so far?
This drive here will dictate that because it seems as though the Sharks have decided to pass the ball a little bit. You know, with each incompletion. Oh, big stuff. Completely blowing that run up. Big time 3rd down action there by Eagle Queens.
Let me tell you something.
Looks like they lost like 4 yards on that one.
When you look at a defensive lineman, you want them to do that.
Yes.
Push the guard right back into the play.
That was
That's
all
called
him.
being a disruptor.
He blew that entire – he pushed the guard into the running back.
That's what I'm saying. That's what you ask a man to do as a D lineman.
That is a great rep. And it looks as though the Sharks will punt it again. So just as soon as we were praising them for getting down the field, they're going to be flipping possession yet again. Let's keep an eye out for the fake, however. Nope, they punt it off.
Need to field this
low
one.
line drive. And we are still scoreless. A couple of really good-looking drives stall out with no points. And a lot of times in these championship games, you don't see too much points in the first half if both teams are kind of evenly matched. And that script is kind of playing out right now.
Return to the 24-yard line.
Absolutely. So it'll be 1st and 10 for Eagle Queens on the 24-yard line.
Eagle will look to pick up where they left off on the last drive. More power runs, impose they will. Maybe we'll see more from the passing game with this drive coming up.
And let me tell you something, Ray. So that's the 4-minute warning.
Officials timeout. That is
The first score
4-minute
in this game is going to be so important because that will dictate the rest. Because now if you're playing from behind, you have to throw in this cold, and you never know what could happen.
I think the first score of this game will take the lid off both teams' playbook. Because as much as we're seeing some offense, it's still a very deliberate script as far as the play calling for both sides.
So it's going to be 1st and 10 for Eagle Queens. Ball is on the 29-yard line. Elijah Thompson in the backfield. Hands it off to Elijah. Has a bit of a lane. Great block on the edge. Number 8.
Number 6.
Jared St. Fort did a great job blocking, and that should be enough for a first down.
Eagle keeping it on the ground, this time getting out of bounds, stopping the clock. You know they want to get points after that last drive.
7-yard line, good enough for another Eagle first down.
If we go strictly on yards, Eagle has dominated this action. So let's see if they can finally have the scoreboard match the yardage.
Let me tell you a $1 billion idea, and I'll tell every 300 some odd people in the chat or watching a $1 billion idea. Whoever can make an indoor football facility that could fit,
Please.
700 people, you'll have every high school trying to do the championships there because it's cold. All right, 1st and 10, Baton in the backfield. Sends a man in motion.
And
Flag
that
on the
might
play.
be a false start.
Whistles on the play
Yes, it's a false start on Eagle Queens.
on Eagle. Five-yard penalty brings the ball back to the 32-yard line.
So this is only the 4th possession in this game.
Well, when you have one drive go about like 9 minutes, that will happen.
So now it's going to be a 1st and 15. First down is the 47-yard line.
3 wide alignment for Eagle Queens as they make a slight shift to the running back. Takes a snap.
Hands it off to him. Wow. He is met immediately from number 59, Sharif Shalom.
The Sharks are saying, you better cut that nonsense out. There's only but so much times you're going to beat us with that play. You got to throw the ball now for Eagle Queens. You have to put the ball in the air. As you keep saying, the quarterback was the #1 passer in the division. I can't tell right now, Andre.
To be honest with you, Ray, I honestly disagree. I feel like the way this game is going, you can run a jet sweep, keep it on the ground. It's a 0-0 game.
Come on, Andre.
It's just the big mistake is what you can't have in this championship game.
Scared money don't make no money, Andre. So I don't want to hear that. And quite frankly, a few weeks ago, you didn't want to hear that either.
A few weeks ago, it wasn't the championship game, Ray.
Put the ball in the air. Do what got you here.
Weather.
No.
Hands it off again.
Scared teams don't win championships. Throw the ball, Eagle. And there was almost a fumble on that handoff.
Thank you for not fumbling because Ray wouldn't have let me hear
I
the end
would
of
have
it.
let you have it.
You run the ball. You see what happens when you run the ball over and over?
Throw the ball.
So it's going to be a 3rd and long. You might get your wish on this 3rd and long. Might air it out
At
here.
this point, Eagles keep saying, we don't care about the yardage. We're going to run the ball. They didn't throw until they absolutely had to the last drive, and that was on 4th and long. As you can hear in the background, one of the defensive coordinators for the Sharks is getting his team aligned, setting up another important 3rd down. 2 minutes left in a half. The Sharks want to stop Eagle from getting any kind of positive traction here.
Too high safety.
And another
there's a flag. It looks like it's going to be illegal motion. Not sure what's happening on that motion. That's the 2nd time on this drive. A penalty on the motion.
Discipline penalties rearing their head again. Bad discipline, you give them 5 yards. 10 times out of 10.
So now it's about a 3rd and 20. Ball is on the. Honestly, is that like the original line of scrimmage from the previous one?
You have an official's timeout right now.
Back up, Boosie! Back up!
It's about a 3rd and 20. The first down is the 47-yard line. Patah sends a man in motion. Trips to the top of your screen now. Patah looks to the trips, throws it to deep out, and it is almost intercepted. Wow.
Big time football play by the Sharks.
But
defense.
there is a flag. Hold on. There is a flag, but it's a holding on Eagle Queens.
Big time football play by the Sharks defense, breaking that pass up. It was almost a dynamic play with an interception. Had your boy been able to bring it in.
Jacob Reed just couldn't bring it in. That would have been a huge break at the end of this half. So now Eagle Queens is getting ready to punt. And you know what I always say, there are 3 phases of football: offense, defense, and special teams. So they need to make sure they can snap and get the kickoff.
A good kick at that, because some of these kicks I've seen this season have ended games. This is amazing. Bringing you inside the game here at Sage Media.
Oh, wait, I forgot. Eagle Queens never punts.
What?
I forgot. Eagle Queens never punts. So they're going for it on 4th and 20.
Who does that?
And they throw the out route, but it's nowhere close. I haven't seen Eagle Queens in a couple of weeks, so I forgot about that. They never punt under any circumstance.
This is where you give them a speech about it being a championship game and making proper decisions. Punt the damn ball. What are you doing?
Hold on, Mr. Throw the ball. They finally threw the ball.
Right, you don't throw the ball on 4th and 27. Hell no, you punt. That was a poor decision. and then you throw an out route. You didn't even get into the sticks.
So it's going to be 1st and 10 in Eagle territory. The Sharks will have the ball on the 41-yard line. So 2 to the top of your screen.
The Sharks have a chance to do something epic here with a touchdown before the end of the first half, which would completely leave Eagle Queens dejected after the first half they've had.
Absolutely. So we have a timeout on the field. We're going to go to our other sponsors. You've probably seen them in the top right. And one of our sponsors is COG Sports. COG Sports Performance is here to take all athletes from all sports to the next step. Servicing the tri-state area, COG Sports offers one-on-one and group training, helping athletes reach their maximum potential. For more information, you can find COG Sports on all social media platforms at COGSports_, or you can email cogsports1@gmail.com. Shout out to Coach Uzi, my guy. So Sharks coming out, and of course, we will get to that right after this one, but Chris Pierre, Luxury Real Estate. We're going to get to that ad read right after this play. Hands it off. Met after a gain of about 1.
With under a minute left in the first half, I'm wondering if the Sharks have decided to just get it to halftime with the game tied. Second down will let me know a lot about what their plan is.
Yeah, less than a minute.
Full wide set in the shotgun. Play action pass. Shot play over the top. Well overthrown. The quarterback still takes credit for the stop, saying he strapped him. Corners are the funniest people in football, in my opinion. 3rd down for the Sharks coming up.
Yeah, we're a little insane. But real quick, just to tell you about Pierre Home Solutions. So at Pierre Home Solutions, we don't just buy homes and sell homes. We open doors to generational wealth. Let us help you make the right move for today, tomorrow, and beyond. So shout out to Pierre for sponsoring.
Takes a snap. Look at the pass. He had a matchup. Now he throws it into traffic, which is a bad decision. You never throw across your body into traffic. Luckily, he gets away with it. 4th down coming up for the Sharks.
Not only did he throw it across his body in the middle of the field.
I think he saw what I saw. He had number 11 on the drag, but he was late getting it to him.
Yeah, so as you see on the screen, Chris Pierre, Luxury Realtor. Make sure you contact him, and thank you for sponsoring the stream. And, of course, on Monday, you know where to be to break down all this championship action. Jared Veluzzi, Coach Mack, and Andre, myself, on New York Football Talk. So make sure you tune in at 7:15.
New York Football Talk brought to you by Sage Media Solutions. Tap in each and every Monday at 7:15 for the best high school coverage in the city.
Thank you, Ray. So it's going to be a 4th down. It's a bunch trips on top of the screen. They motion out of that bunch trips. Looks left.
Looking down the field.
No
one's open. He puts it up anyway. Has the man in the middle of the field. Brought down at the 22-yard line. 12 seconds, 10 seconds. We need a timeout on the field to try to get some points if you're the Sharks and you have an injured offensive lineman who has a slight limp, but he toughs it out and jogs up the field.
And that was Elijah White, number 4 on the catch. Elijah had 97 yards and 2 touchdowns in the semifinal, and he gets a big catch on 4th down.
Right on time, but the question is, with this swirling wind, do you just try to keep throwing the ball into the end zone, or do you kick the ball and try to get some points?
So they definitely can't kick it. They don't have the ability to kick it. So you definitely have to throw it in the air here. I feel like it's a pretty you have a lot to gain and a little to lose here. So you might as well take a shot into the end zone at the end of this half.
Welcome to my world, Andre. Aggressive play calling. Get vertical.
Listen, you
Get
have
some
aggressive
points.
play calling to my right, and to my left, which I am standing, you have measured play calling. Measured, Ray.
Championship time, baby. Throw that ball.
So, yeah, Mr. DeHarris, after making kind of a wild throw across his body, is able to convert on 4th down, and we're still looking for our first score on the day. Trips to the bottom of your screen. Isolated, it looks like number 6 on top.
I'm going right to that isolation. It's going to be him on that island.
As he looks to the bottom, rolls right, throws, has a man, but way outside, incomplete. He actually throws it over the fence, so they need a new football.
And he had number 6, who was isolated on the post route, if he was just a little more patient about throwing the ball. But he seems like he likes to roll to his right when he throws the ball. And that sometimes that takes you – you take away essentially half the field by rolling to one side. And now they're going to take the points.
How many – they're kicking this field goal?
Yeah. I saw the quarterback jog off the field, so that tells me field goal time.
This is, what, a 37-yarder?
It's an interesting choice. It's a 40-yarder.
Yeah, it's nowhere close. Yeah, that's what
on,
I'm trying to
guys.
say. They can't – I don't think
Come
they
on,
can
guys.
kick.
And that ball is still live.
How would the ball be live? You're saying it's blocked? No.
Referee didn't blow that whistle until that ball was touched, so it was live. Whether right or wrong is a different conversation.
We have reached halftime.
So that is halftime of the 2024 2A championship. And our score is 0-0. So this is Andre Johnson and Ray Jarvis. We will see you on the other side of halftime.
Yes, sir.
All right, welcome to second half football. Excuse me. Second half football
Blooper.
of the PSAL 2A championship between Eagle Queens and FJM. Our score is 0-0, and you have Andre Johnson and Ray Jarvis on the call with you. Ray, how do you summarize that first half?
Attrition. Both sides made some positive plays, got some positive yardage, but in the end, both sides' defenses stood up when they needed to, keeping this game scoreless as we head into the third quarter.
So we will get ready to start in about a minute and a half.
Big shout out to the Sage team out here in this cold weather, persevering and making it happen. Shout out to Zoe in the cut. Always got to shout out Zoe, making it happen, even though she's the warmest one of us. But we see you, Zoe. I'm questioning the DJ, while we set the scene here. How you go from World Boss, Vibes Cartel, to drill music immediately? Like, that's a strange transition.
Welcome to Brooklyn.
Indeed.
Yeah, so I really think this game is all about who blinks first, honestly. Who makes the first mistake? Who makes the first big play? And I think, honestly, at this point, I think that might just be the decider in this game.
It's that, and it's also, I think, now that we've gotten a half out of the way, both sides' coaching staff, they haven't fully leaned into their playbook. I think in the second half, they'll get rid of some of those championship jitters, and we'll see a more action-packed second half for both sides.
Let me tell you something. It is do or die. There is no tomorrow. So why not leave it all on the field?
There is no tomorrow. There's a movie scene that's from that I can't remember. That might be Andy Given Sunday.
So, again, just want to give a shout-out to our sponsors, our title sponsor, Lights Out Performance, and our other sponsors, Pierre Realty and Cog Sports. Really appreciate you guys for sponsoring the vision. So just give us a second. We have to bring the main camera back on top of the table. It is very, very windy. So you might see the camera kind of shaking for a minute.
The headphones here. Perfect.
So it will be Eagle Queens starting with the ball. So there you go. So our sponsors, Cog Sports. So again, Cog Sports is here to take all athletes from all sports to the next step, servicing the tri-state area. Cog Sports offers one-on-one and group training, helping athletes reach their maximum potential. For more information, you can find Cog Sports on all social medias platforms at Cog Sports, or you can email them with the email on the screen. And of course, Lights Out Performance, my guy Coach Wayne and Coach Nook. As a youth or high school football player, the offseason isn't just a break, it's an opportunity. Champions are built in the offseason. It's the difference between being average and being remembered. Lights Out Performance is here to bridge the gap starting in January. So make sure you contact Coach Wayne Morgan. And also they have 7-on-7 tryouts on January 4th. So if you're interested in joining the Lights Out Performance 7-on-7 team, make sure you contact Coach Nook or Coach Morgan. So we are ready for second half football. The wind is picking up, and so will the action in this 2A championship. Big collision on that first kick.
Sandwich there. on the tackle at the 25-yard line. I was concerned for number 33.
I was very concerned for him. His head jerked back.
You saw that? Okay, yeah.
Gets the ball to the 26-yard line. Eagles starts there.
I was definitely holding my breath for a minute. That did not look good.
It was a big collision.
But luckily, the young man is okay. So it is 1st and 10, Eagle Queens. I would say Eagle Queens looked the better of the two. It's a pretty even matchup.
Yeah.
When I say the better, it's like a 55-45.
Right. They had more yardage on offense, especially going through that long drive with no points. But again, it's the second half. Let's see what they do. Based on the formation, it looks like they're going to keep this on the ground.
Oh, they are stacked up with uneven offensive line to the right.
Oh, yeah. Big boy football about to
And they
take place.
toss it the other way. Gets a big lane up the left sideline. Does he have the foot speed? No, but that would be a huge gain. Elijah Thompson getting this half started for Eagle Queens.
Elijah Thompson turning on the Jets. And Eagle Queens with a statement to start the second half. We are not here for play. We are trying to win a championship game. We're going to load up the line and push you off that line and make this run game happen.
Very creative play call, too, because they had to unbalance to the right. And they said, our athletes are faster than yours, so we're going to the left. And we're going to outrun you to that sideline. That's exactly what they did. Elijah Thompson's probably at about 60 to 70 yards on the day now. So that's nice coming out the half. Some energy coming out the half. I like that.
Like I said, you're going to see more dynamic play calling in the second half. I think everyone got the jitters out of their system.
Speaking about that, 2 wingbacks. Look at that. A reverse.
You see, he got to turn that
Not
corner.
full, but he gets enough for the edge. Can he get a block? Yes, he can. Out of bounds. Kyle Esso. He had 2 reverses for a touchdown in the last game, and he gets another reverse for a big gain.
Some trickery there again from Eagle as they're using misdirection to get their athletes in space to make plays.
I love that. And you see Elijah Thompson on the first one, Kyle Esso on the second run. You see, just like you said, trying to get those athletes in space. As it's going to be a first down from the 21-yard line.
Eagle taking their time getting to the line.
Again, another uneven. They toss it to the left. A lot of space, but the Sharks close it well. Ball's out, but it goes out of bounds.
Great job flowing to the football by the Sharks. Quality pursuit, because that could have been a touchdown if they were a step slower.
Yeah, because I honestly thought it was a touchdown, and then it's like the second I said it, you just saw a pack of Sharks.
We like the puns here at Sage Media.
Officials timeout for injury.
So it looks like there is an injury timeout.
Officials timeout, but Eagle Queens early on using speed and all of this grassy real estate to their advantage as they are already in the red zone looking to finally put points on the board. Great job by the coaching staff of Eagle Queens to open it up, get more expansive, and do what they do, and that's move the football. Second down from the 14-yard line coming up. I'm excited to see what else Eagle Queens has in store for us with this dynamic play calling we've seen thus far. Misdirection, unbalanced line, speed on the outside. What's next?
So it's going to be a 2nd and short. Ball is on the 14-yard line. First down is the 11. Handoff. Jacob Reed is the first one there, and another pack of Sharks.
He might have gotten enough for the first down, but see in the second. Depends on where they spot it.
Your eyes are much better than mine. I thought that was only a 2-yard game, but I was wrong the other time as well.
Hey, man, you know, I have some enhancements on my face.
Yo,
see?
I might need to see my guy. I might need a pair of glasses too.
Hey,
It'll be 3rd and a little
Okay, so it was third and short.
A little short, as I said, depends on where they spot it. Third and short.
So again, shout out to our sponsors. Lights Out Performance in the bottom left. And then you have Pierre in the top right, Pierre Realty, and COG Sports as well. Shout out to our sponsors for today's live stream.
Shout out to the sponsors, Championship Saturday, and they pulling up and making sure that their name is heard, and they're helping to uplift the Sage Media Solution brand. Everyone wins.
Everyone wins. And if you're interested in advertising, please hit us up. As it's a big third down, they give it to big Corey Gibson. Does he have enough?
He does.
He does. I see the linesman coming right down the line. So what's interesting here is that it's going to be a 1st and 10 from the 11, so they can still get a first down. It's not first and goal yet.
I think now that they've gotten the first down, they're going to go back to using their speed on the outside to get a touchdown.
Pierre holds the Got you.
What do you say?
It is Pierre Home Solutions. I was saying Pierre Realty, so that's my apologies.
Pierre Home Solutions.
Pierre Home Solutions.
Pardon us.
Timeout for a measure.
I guess you got to make sure you get the name right, baby. Sage
Yes.
Media Solutions alongside Pierre Home Solutions. We got all the answers.
Oh, wow, that's really hilarious. I didn't even
got the
realize that
solutions.
myself. You guys are definitely hearing the head coach right next to us.
Yo, Wally!
First down, Eagle.
Wally!
Like I said, it's heated up here. All the coaches competing to be
Coaches.
2A champions.
Taking you inside the game at Sage Media Solutions.
Who needs to be mic'd up? They're going to come up right next to you. They're going to take your mic.
Listen, you want to know how a football game sounds? Now you know. It's a lot of yelling.
So it's a
There you
third.
go, right on cue.
So it's a first down from the 11-yard line. Again, Eagle Queens can still get a first down. Patah hands it off, and he is met in the backfield. Do I even need to read his name out anymore?
No.
Jacob Reed. He's the sponsor of this live stream.
How about that? I'm getting very disappointed in Eagle Queens because what the hell is this now? Pardon the language, but you use your speed and your athletes, misdirection to get into the red zone, only to now get conservative for 3 consecutive dives. What are we doing here? Now we have an injured player for the Sharks on the field.
Yes, and that's a big player. That's Tyrese Butts.
He looks like
definitely
he's in a lot
one of
pain
their
right now.
talisman on defense.
Helmet is off. Looks to be a lower body injury. Seems to be in a lot of pain. Let's hope for the best. Might have gotten rolled up in that pile where they brought down Gibson, in fact. This is right near the tackle.
So as we like to do, we always take the camera off of the young men as they're having a bit of an injury. So this is a great opening drive for Eagle Queens coming out of the halftime.
I'm taking points off for those last 3 play calls, so I'm sorry. 3 dives in a row. That's what I'm saying about in the top of the second half. In championship games, sometimes coaches tend to overthink or they get overly conservative and they leave points and yardage on the field. If you use off-balance lines and speed to the outside and misdirection to get you there, why change it up now?
No, I feel you. But, again, at Pierre Home Solutions, we don't just buy and sell homes. We open doors to generational wealth. Let us make you make the right move for today, tomorrow, and beyond. So that is Pierre Home Solutions. And, of course, we have COG Sports. COG Sports Performance is here to take all athletes from all sports to the next step. Servicing the tri-state area, COG offers one-on-one and group training, helping athletes reach their maximum potential. For more information, you can find COG Sports on all social media platforms. We're going through these fast. As you can hear, I'm trying to go to different platforms. So I guess, again, our title sponsor is Lights Out Performance. As a youth or high school football player, the offseason isn't just a break, it's an opportunity. Break in that. Could this be the first touchdown?
And he is in for the touchdown as Eagle Queens finally puts points on the board. Again, getting on the outside, using their speed, and now we finally have our first touchdown of the game.
And just like I was reading out the Lights Out Performance ad, you could definitely tell Elijah Thompson is the Lights Out performer of the day. Let's call it that, because Elijah has been tough all day long.
Big time run, big time play calling, and they must have heard me talking, because forget those dives. Get on the edge, use your speed, and make a play.
As they're going for two, and it looks like they're in the Wildcat with Corey Gibson. Corey will take it right up the middle, and he won't get it. And those points always come back. So our score is 6-0 Eagle Queens.
Another dive, by the way. Just want to point that out.
So again, let me just read out that ad read for Lights Out Performance. As a youth or high school football player, the offseason isn't just a break, it's an opportunity. Champions are built in the offseason. It's the difference between being average and being remembered. Lights Out Performance is here to bridge the gap starting in January. As you see that instant replay, Elijah Thompson just taking the toss to the right, getting into the end zone. Six nothing. So it was FJM who blinked first, gave up the first touchdown. How decisive will that be? Now we have half a third quarter. That drive took the half of the third quarter.
You got action, trust me. I'm bold prediction. The Sharks are going to score on this drive.
Okay, you heard it from Ray, Mr. Jarvis first. Well, they got to pick the ball up before they score. They hand it off. Wow, that was a crazy play, Ray. So the ball was on the ground, and they just still decided to do a reverse handoff.
That looked like it had potential to be a blooper that turned into a head-scratching turnover and bad, and all-around bad. Luckily, the Sharks dodged on there.
So it's going to be 1st and 10 for the Sharks on the 29-yard line.
29-yard line, Mackie Roll starts there, 1st and 10.
Quarterback jogs onto the field. Looks like they already had the play call because the receivers kind of gave it away, lining up in a spot without huddling.
So just a reminder, this is the first of 2 games today. Right after this will be the 3A championship between Fort Hamilton and Brooklyn Tech. So make sure you stay tuned, locked in for all your PSAL championships right here on Sage Media. So 3 to the top of the screen. Hands it off to Cisse. Cuts it back. That was a very important tackle from Corey Gibson and from Khalil Holder, because he had a lot of green on the left sideline.
Breaks those tackles. You're probably shouting right now because he's still running.
Takes the ball now to the 36-yard line.
So it's going to be a 2nd and short.
Gain of 7.
Let's call it 2nd and 3.
The fans of Eagle Queens have started to turn up. They have the majority here at the arena today. The Sharks will have to tune that out.
Tries to go outside. Can he break a tackle? No, he cannot. That's an excellent tackle on the edge. That's number 16, Kyle Esso, on the tackle.
Had he lowered his shoulder as opposed to go for the stiff arm, he would have had the first down.
And listen, that tackle was crucial, because if Kyle didn't make that, there was no one behind him. Sharks going fast. Try to sneak it, and they have more than enough, or just enough, I should say, for the first down.
A lot of urgency so far. You can finally see the body language of the Sharks change. They understand the situation. They understand what they're up against. Now that Eagle has put points on the board. So let's see what the play calling comes of with this urgency.
So it's going to be a 1st and 10 from the 40-yard line. They are on the right hash. Let's see if they try to do something to the wide side of the field. 3 receivers to the bottom of your screen, excuse me. Hands it off to Cisse. He is met by a gang of Eagle Queens defenders.
Again.
Another run, surprisingly. I know, as you said, often in the first half, the weather is probably dictating the play calling, but to me, especially with you trailing, running the ball so often, you're going to shorten the game or limit the opportunities you have to tie the game. So the Sharks might want to put the ball in the air a little bit more.
As they're now in shotgun, and they listen right to you, looking, has plenty of time, throws it in the middle, and it's incomplete.
That's pass interference.
But it will be a flag.
Referee threw that one from the hip.
No question on that pass interference, right?
Yeah.
What do you think? There's no question that was pass interference, right?
Say that again?
No question that was a pass interference.
Easily. He ran through the receiver. Easily. The referee, as I was saying, pass interference, he was looking like a cricket pitcher, getting a bowler, pardon me, throwing the flag out there. First down after the pass interference call.
Brings the ball into Eagle territory.
And at the high school level, if you don't know, it's not a spot foul. It's a 15-yard penalty.
Good enough for a Sharks first down.
So it's going to be 1st and 10 for the Sharks. They are now in Eagle territory, looking to respond after the Elijah Thompson touchdown. DeHarris looking to throw. Throws it deep, and it was deflected. Had a man open. Let me see number 11.
Okay, the quarterback was hurt. He did not move after that. He had what he wanted, though. Good job by the Eagle defensive front to stop a big play from happening.
He might have just wanted to lay on the ground, just like, damn, I had him open.
He was just laying there. Oh, no, not another injury. We care about these kids here at Sage.
Absolutely. We care about the kids and we care about the community. Appreciate everybody for supporting. As it's beginning to warm up a little bit, I'd say.
I know you had a hot cup of coffee at halftime. That's why. You warmed yourself up a bit. It's even colder than it was before.
Ray I feel bad. I could only get one cup, man.
Yeah.
I swear.
I was like, I see my man coming with one cup. I said, I can't get a cup. We in this together.
So it's 2nd and 10. Runs quite the counterplay, but Eagle Queens do not fall for it. That might be the defensive play of the day by their star man on defense, Khalil Holder.
Khalil Holder said, you didn't fool anyone. The Eagle crowd turning up. Big play, big pushback. Looks like almost a 10-yard loss. The Sharks are in danger as we speak.
This Eagle Queens defense seriously has not given up many points on the day. And I deserve
0 points. Any points.
Excuse me. I didn't mean to say on the day. I meant to say on the season, haven't given up many points. So scoring on this defense is very tough, as DeHarris needs to get about 16 for the first down. Looks to the top, tries to throw the screen. It is intercepted by number 33. The screen was intercepted by number 23, excuse me. That was Joshua Clark on the interception.
The last 2 plays on defense for Eagle was as perfect as it can be if you're a defensive coordinator, blowing up the reverse, then following that up, blowing up the screen pass, leading to an interception, and now the Eagle offense has a chance to extend their lead and put a stamp on this game.
So, excuse me, that was the biggest defensive play of the day.
They have turned up the intensity in the second half.
Absolutely. Joshua Clark intercepting the screen pass. And now it is 1st and 10, Eagle Queens. And I'll say it, a 2-touchdown lead could be the knockout punch.
The way this Eagle defense looks right now, you are absolutely right.
Hands her off right to Elijah. But wow.
Good job,
Eagle
Sharks.
FJM is right on it. Number 52 was on it first.
At this point, if you're Eagle, those runs up the middle are not there for you. You have most of your success when you bounce to the outside. Stop forcing the action up the middle.
Yeah, you can see that.
On the left.
Yeah, you can see that, you know, the Sharks are screaming up the A-gap.
Yeah.
Almost like every play.
Yeah. And that's why they've been susceptible to the plays on the outside.
Exactly. But what I will say, though, you have to set up that outside counter run with running dive. So it's going to be – there's only a loss of 1. So it's going to be a 2nd and 11. First down is the 36-yard line.
Watch the ball. Watch the screen. Watch the screen play.
Let's see if Eagle Queens can really make the Sharks pay.
They coming this way.
They need to hike the ball soon. The play clock is against them. They get it off. Patah throws it up.
Oh, what a play. Staying in the coverage. Number 9 of the Sharks looked like he was beat, but at the very last second, got in front of the receiver and stopped what could have been a back-breaking play for the Sharks.
Adrian Baker for the Sharks does a great job breaking up that throw. It was a tad bit underthrown, but it's okay.
Pass intended for Josiah Rushing falls incomplete.
So that was Josiah Rushing
From the 47.
on the receiving end of that. I think that was Patah's, that was only his 3rd throw of the game, maybe?
Probably.
I think maybe only 3 throws on the day. So it's a 3rd down for Eagle Queens. And as you saw before, Eagle Queens does not punt.
I wouldn't surprise me if they put it up again.
So you know they have 2 downs here. Sends a man. Thought I saw a hold there.
You did. The referee didn't see it.
It was literally coming right to us. I was kind of waiting. I was like, oh, so that's a hold?
That
No.
was a whole hold.
So,
4th and 8 coming up.
so like I said, Eagle Queens, they don't believe in punting. So they will be going for it. Again, Patah Severin is the leading passer in the 2A. And freshman sensation Kassir Wright is leading the 2A in receiving touchdowns. Kassir Wright is number 17. He's at the top of your screen. Pretty isolated. Could that be where Patah goes on this crucial 4th down? Patah looks to the bottom, throws it. And
Good
what
defense.
a play from number 12, Emmanuel Boyce.
Great job there. Before the snap, I knew the pass was going to number 13 because they gave 13 the cushion, 13 of Eagle that is. And number 12 of the Sharks, great closing speed to break up that pass and give his team a chance on offense to get back in this game. It feels like Eagle is dominating, but one Sharks touchdown and an extra point, and they will have the lead.
And that is so crucial for the momentum. Eagle Queens gets the big interception, and the Sharks defense comes up big for their offense and gives the ball right back to them.
1st and 10, Macarola from their own 44.
We are late in the 3rd quarter. We are approaching winning time, which is the 4th quarter, and the Sharks are going to need to make some winning plays if they want to have a chance to be champions. First down at the 44-yard line. 3 wide receivers set. 2 backs. Slight adjustment by the quarterback. Takes a snap. And he's
Looking to
putting it
throw.
up on the wheel route. And it is almost intercepted. Great aggressive play call, but you got to throw that one back shoulder to give your receiver a chance.
And that is Kyle Esso on the pass defense. Kyle almost intercepted that.
Oh, yeah, he threw it right to him.
From the Sharks 44.
So it's going to be 2nd and 10. Again, as they're down They're going back. They're going to the Ray Jarvis School of Offensive Play Calling,
It's about
throwing the
time.
ball.
What Meek Mill said, scared money don't make no money. Put that ball in the air. As they hand it off.
Wait, they blew the whistle. Wait, did I hear? I heard a
You did hear
whistle.
You did. Look at the lines, Judge.
Oh, he blew that whistle way too early.
Wow, let's check his parlays. What's going on here?
Whoa. You guys might not be able to see, but there's a linesman calling the play dead 5 yards from where Cisse eventually got tackled. Wow, as you see it now, only a gain of 1. He clearly got about 6-7 yards on that play.
It's amateur hour at the Apollo for these referees, man. You can't blow that dead there.
Wow. He blew that really
What are
early.
you doing? We're not here to see you, ref. Call a play when it's actually dead. If you haven't noticed, Sage, I have a problem with referees.
Ray has a problem with quite a few things. Running the ball, the referees, the cold.
Do what I want to see.
His
That's
co-commentary enjoying some hot chocolate.
Hey, man.
What else you got? What else don't you
You
like, man?
betrayed me with that, man. That's when I came through. And mind you, the steam was coming out of that cup. I'm like, oh, so all right. All right, Andre.
Yo, man, they saw me wear the Sage jacket and handed me a hot chocolate.
Oh,
I'm
you
supposed
VIP
to say no.
here.
I'm supposed to say no.
Okay. You're supposed to say, yo, can my mans get one? That's what you're supposed to say.
Yo. Ray, I'm going to make sure I get you a hot chocolate
It's all right. It's
between
all right.
these games.
So it's okay. The Sharks' offense needs some hot chocolate. They better put the ball in there. 4 wide receiver set, takes a snap. Airmails the drag route. Had his man who was wide open with yardage to spare.
Let me tell you something. I thought that was a screen the way there were so many Eagle
Yeah.
Queens guys in the
Yeah.
backfield.
Listen, maybe somebody didn't get the play call right, because I don't know what happened at the line.
There were 4 people sprinting at the Harris.
Sheesh. Championship game jitters. We are approaching the fourth quarter. 1 minute left in the third. No points on the ball for the Sharks as the Eagle defense has locked in. One thing I've noticed, too, the Eagle defense kind of doesn't respect the passing game too much of the Sharks because the corners have been playing a lot of press coverage. There hasn't been too many too high looks. So they believe that the Sharks cannot throw on them.
And I love it. That's that defensive mentality of, you're going to have to show me.
Exactly.
And that's going to be a timeout, Eagle Queens. Let's see how crucial that is. You know, pretty early timeout. But I would say this is a pretty big play here. Again, this is the 2A championship brought to you by Sage Media Solutions. This is Andre Johnson on the call with Ray Jarvis. First touchdown of the game. First touchdown of the game was by Elijah Thompson on the toss play after a big run from Elijah. Another big run from Kyle Esso. Who's your standout player so far? It's definitely probably Elijah, right?
Yeah, it's him because he's made a couple of big plays, especially on that touchdown drive. He opened the drive with that big run and closed it with the touchdown.
Absolutely. There is some justice in this world.
Referees are huddling at the line of scrimmage. Are they trying to figure out if they should give him his 7 yards back? No? Oh, okay.
No, I just noticed there's going to one of my workers. The 7 referees, aren't there usually like 3? There's usually 4 referees.
They're gonna
the
have
championship
more
game, they
refs.
got more refs. I like
more
that.
refs and you still mess up the play, but I digress.
Yeah. So it's a 3rd and 10. First down is the 46-yard line. And again, is that a fumble? No, it's not.
Wow.
But wow, there were just free runners at the Harris.
Blitz off the edge. The offensive line offered no resistance. The quarterback is walking off the field frustrated. And you got to feel bad for the Sharks with that series of plays because I'm not sure if there's a disconnect between the offensive line and the quarterback with the play calling. But clearly they're not making the necessary shifts They're not getting their hands up to block anyone, and they're not giving their quarterback a chance to make a play.
Yeah, you can have Tom Brady back there. I don't know what he's going to do with
It
that.
wouldn't matter.
So, again, snap, catch, punt. 3 phases of football. Hopefully the Sharks don't have to waste a timeout here.
Hey, Sharks, fake it. Force the action.
Need a good snap as the wind does start. Good snap. Gets the kickoff.
Good punt.
And again, just a missed opportunity. Definitely could have returned that, honestly.
Safe play to not return it. They
Just
got
fair.
the lead. You don't want to leave too much to chance. That's when you get conservative. Don't force the action if you don't have to.
Yeah, I get it. I get you on that. As you asked them to fake it.
I was asking, yeah, the team trailing got to get aggressive. The team winning don't have to field it. They got the lead.
I love it. I love it, man.
The Sharks might not score if they don't get creative.
No, I agree with you. And honestly, they scored 12 in the last game, but only 1 was on offense. The other one was a kick return
There you have
by
it.
Jacob Reed.
That's another reason why Eagle looks at this matchup and says, you guys can't score on us.
No, absolutely. Like I said, not many people were able to score on Eagle Queens in the regular season. The #1 seed, undefeated, looking to bring in the 2A championship. Patah Severin has been leading this team all season long.
If you look at number 9 for the Sharks, he could get off the edge unblocked if he reads the play.
Wow. I think Patah took a business decision not to hand it off.
Mass confusion there.
As there's about 4 Sharks in the backfield. So it's going to be a second down.
Second and long coming up. I'm not sure if they'll get the play in before the end of the third quarter, but there's no rush by Eagle Queens as they have the lead.
And like I said, I would be sipping a hot cocoa if I'm Eagle Queens right now. I'm chilling. I do not need to snap the ball.
The hot cocoa is the story of the game.
All right, so full house backfield. They do snap it. They hand it off, and it goes nowhere. Number 20 on the tackle for FJM. That's Malik Powell.
There is a flag on the play.
What?
I didn't see the flag,
Illegal shift.
so that's going to push Eagle Queens back more.
Is that it? So are they going to play the down, or are we going into the
Preliminary
fourth
signal,
quarter?
illegal shift on Eagle.
So again, here at Sage Media, we don't need a booth. We are outside in the cold to be able to deliver you guys this 2A championship. It's going to be a 2nd and 11. First down is the 40-yard line.
And officially the last play of the third quarter, if they, in fact, do decide to play it on this side of the third. Referee.
I was surprised they snapped it before.
Indeed. Now we're huddling up. What are we doing, refs?
Russ, you understand what all these people are dealing with out here?
Come on.
When I say all,
why
I mean
do we
me
need
and
a
Ray.
huddle for an illegal shift call at the end of the third quarter? You're either going to play it now or at the top of the fourth quarter.
Okay, so that is the end of the third quarter. Our score is 6-0. I think the referees were the last people to know it was the end of the third quarter.
If they watch this stream, they're going to try to find me.
So put your 4s up.
4's up in the chat. Money time. Championship time for both sides. One big play can swing the action. As much as Eagle Queens has dominated the action, one play can decide a championship for either team. Lock in. 4's up in the chat.
So again, shout out to our sponsors. We're going to try to get a quick ad read in at the change of the quarter. So in the top right of your screen, you can see COG Sports. COG Sports Performance is here to take all athletes from all sports to the next step. Servicing the tri-state area, COG offers one-on-one and group training, helping athletes reach their maximum potential. For more information, you can find COG Sports on all social media platforms at COG Sports.
Second and long.
So yeah, they pushed them back. Actually, it was only a 2nd and 11 before. PSAL looking to throw, and he is sacked for the first time today. What a play! Number 71, Aaron Moreau.
Aaron Moreau with the big-time push, getting the offensive guard, pushing him into the quarterback, securing the sack, setting up 3rd and long. The Sharks showing heart and tenacity, still in the understanding that one play, it could be a strip fumble and a touchdown, but one play can flip this game for the Sharks.
Yes, that's Marrero, excuse me. So it is 3rd and.
They shouldn't.
It is 3rd and very long. They are snapping the ball on the 15-yard line, so it's 3rd and 35. They're snapping the ball on the 15-yard line. First down is the 40.
One of our cohorts here.
So it looks like they're going man-to-man. More pressure in front of PSAL. Still looking down the field. Just going to throw it to number 13. Makes it a 3rd down and manageable.
My question is, did he throw that ball after he crossed the line of scrimmage?
Oh, I couldn't tell.
4th and long coming up. One of our cohorts at Sage asks us, should they go for it? In this situation, I would say no, given the Sharks' good field position. But we know the answer to the question.
Eagle Queens, they did the mathematics. They said we have the highest probability to win if we go for it on 4th down each time. It's risky, but they have the best defense in the two-way. They have the best thrower in the two-way, so they believe in him. So it's a 4th and 10 on their own 30-yard line. Trips to the top of your screen. PSAL looking down, has a man in the middle of the field, but he can't catch it, and there is no flag.
Great coverage, great pass. They just couldn't convert it. Andre said that Eagle did the mathematics, but I'm here to tell you that the equation is incorrect, and the Sharks have a chance now at their 30-yard line to take the lead.
So I think the idea is if I go for it on 4th down all the time, yes, like in a situation like this, FJM can have a better chance of scoring, but I'm going to get the ball back sooner.
Monday quarterback it later, Andre. That wasn't the right decision in the championship game, and it might come back to bite them right now.
Like I said, I'm just telling you the mathematics, the logic behind it. The Sharks don't care. They got the stop on 4th down. DeHarris has a great opportunity on the 30-yard line.
Get it right.
That answer is yes, but no. That was a big hole, but it looked like number 23 from Eagle Queens closed it out. That was just Joshua Clark also had the interception earlier.
If I'm the Sharks offensive coordinator, you might want to consider some rollouts, move the pocket, because Eagle is getting into the offensive backfield almost immediately.
So it's going to be about 2nd and 6. DeHarris hands it off, pushes the pile, maybe a gain of 1 or 2.
3rd and short coming up.
Robert Macklin again.
So we moved the camera because we thought a player was hurt, but it looks like he's okay.
Got to move the pocket if you're the Sharks right now. The Eagle defensive front is speeding into the backfield. I'm going to repeat it until they do something about it, because if they don't do something about it, they won't score in this possession.
So they were able to get a few yards on that. It's a 3rd and short. Hands it off. Matt.
And push back.
That was a solid tackle.
4th and short coming up. Eagle defense stout.
So first down is right on the 20-yard line.
Close to a first down.
Oh, so it is enough.
They gave it to him?
No,
It's 4th and short.
it's 4th and inches. It is 4th and inches.
Might be time for a tush push if you're the Sharks.
This play is crucial if Eagle Queens could get off the field here. 4th and inches in this championship. He definitely has enough for it.
Just enough for the first down. And we are in a high pressure, high tension drive. Biggest drive of the season for both sides.
Good enough for a Sharks first down.
Will the Sharks put the ball in the air is the question. Just as inside the 20-yard line, officially in the red zone.
18-yard line.
I want to see what I'm excited because this is going to decide a lot.
Listen, man, I've been excited this whole time. We have just under 500 people. Let's see if we can get to 500 for this two-way championship.
It might either be an offsides or a false start.
It is an offsides.
Wow.
Huge call.
Discipline, penalties, rearing his head at the worst possible time. 1st and 5 coming up for the Sharks, fully into the red zone, and a chance to tie and eventually take the lead.
So as my guy Ray Jarvis said, it feels like Eagle Queens has been dominating this game. But just one score, and FJM could have the lead. It's getting loud. We are on the Eagle Queens sideline trying to rally their defense, and they give the yards right back.
Wow. Discipline. But then again, these are teenagers in a high-tension situation, high-pressure situation, and you're seeing them both sides flinching in the moment.
To the 19, 1st and 10.
So it will be 1st and 10 instead of 1st and 5.
Be mindful that the clock is still running. A little above 6 minutes left in the season for both sides.
And just a reminder, the clock on the screen is not official. I'll try to run down and get them to adjust it as they hand it off again. It's a nice little game. So I will run down and
That was Robert Macklin.
and talk to Zoe, the producer, make sure we get that clock settled. So I'll leave Ray for these crucial moments.
Gain of 2 to the 17. 2nd and 8.
2nd and 8 coming up so far. The Sharks have decided to keep the ball on the ground. But let me tell you right now, they will not score a touchdown if they don't throw the ball here. They have to throw the ball. The Eagle defense has been swarming on each and every run. They've had to scratch and claw for every yard so far in this series. Hands it off to the outside. He has a sweep play, and the Eagle defense swarms to the football. What looked like it was going to be a big play was completely nullified by the Eagle defense. 3rd down coming up. I know the coach for the Sharks is like, we have to run the ball. We got to keep the ball on the ground. But I'm telling you, if there's ever a time to try to put the ball in the air, it's in the red zone. It's difficult to cover with so little real estate. Get creative. Get a corner route happening to one of the back pylons. Something needs to happen here because I just don't think the run will get them the points they're looking for. We are into crunch time, just above 4 minutes left in the 4th quarter of the 2A championship game. And everything needs to be on the table for the Saints, for the Sharks offense. The Eagle Queens crowd turning up as we speak. Chance of defense as he takes the snap and he puts it up. And he overthrows it. coach had the right idea to put the ball in the air, but you need to be more accurate. You have to give your receivers a chance to make a play. In the red zone today, the quarterback for the Sharks has airmailed a few passes when he should have put it right between the numbers, and now he's in a spot where it's 4th down, 4 minutes and 19 seconds left in the 4th quarter, and officially the season is on the line for the Sharks.
Timeout. Mackie Roller.
Timeout on the field, clutch time. This is where memories are made. A lot of these high school players playing in the championship game will remember this game for the rest of their lives, whether win or lose. And this play coming up is going to be a tantamount moment in the lives of these young scholars. In Brooklyn, cold, not frozen tundra cold, but cold enough. I'm excited to see what they have in store. 4th and about 5 yards. Season on the line, because if they don't score here, I'm not sure if they're going to get the ball back. What will the Sharks do? They come to the line. Bunch formation to the right. One receiver to the left on an island. Everyone in the box for Eagle Queens. Biggest play of the season coming up. Takes the snap, and we have a whistle. False start against the Sharks as the moment once again gets a little too big for the team that's trailing.
Ball is brought back to the 19-yard line, 4th and 10.
You can't fault these kids for having these moments of fear, jitters. They're still kids in this high-intensity scenario. As the crowd for Eagle Queens chants defense, everyone understands the moment. Over 75% of the crowd is here on their feet, understanding how big this play is. 4th and 10, bunch formation to the right, single back to the left, one receiver to the left, everyone in the box for Eagle Queens. The ball is snapped. He drops it back to throw. The pressure comes, and the pass is blown up, and Eagle Queens will get off the field. Big time stop. And again, Andre is right, as the equation to go for the 4th down eventually pays off because the defense locks it down once again.
Ray, was that the knockout blow? We're just over the 4-minute warning, and Eagle Queens gets the stop.
I believe it is. I don't think this Sharks offense has enough to score on this Eagle defense. Doesn't matter where they get the ball. And now with 4 minutes left in the game, they're going to try to run this clock out.
We are at 485. Let's see if we can get to 500 for this 2A championship. The conclusion is ever so close. Eagle Queens can reach out and touch it. But again, it's only a 1-score game. Ball security as the Sharks are all over it. Now, this is making me nervous, Ray.
Why is that?
Because
I love this.
This is making me nervous because let's say they don't get any yards. Would they actually go for it?
They will, because they believe their defense can stop them from scoring.
At the 15-yard line in the championship game?
They don't care.
Ray, that would be would truly be the craziest call I've ever seen.
I don't agree with it. But nothing about this game tells me that they don't have any intention of going for it on 4th down.
Oh my! It's literally making me. I always want them to get the yards just so I don't have to see a coach make that decision.
Man. Actually, I want them to get stopped so we can see if they're going to make the decision. We need detention here with Sage Media, baby.
Another run, and it's another stop. The Sharks defense, to be honest with you, aside from one drive, the Sharks defense has been tremendous.
They've shown up. They've been the equal almost of their counterpart on Eagle Queens. And every time they looked like they were on their heels, they stood up and got a stop.
So it is 3rd and 12. We are looming ever closer to that decision on 4th down.
I can't wait.
You have to punt it, right?
What do you mean by that? Have to? I thought they had to on the last possession on the 30-yard line, and they did it.
As they do the jet sweep.
Tries to get
That
the
was
don't
a
go out
good
of
block
bounds.
on the edge, so at least they make the decision easier.
4th and short coming up. That's not a first down, kid. 4th and about 3.
So here's the thing here. You go for it and you get it. The game damn well might be over.
I think they should run a jet sweep to the opposite side now.
But if you don't get it, the Sharks could get the ball to win the game. But Eagle Queen says we are riding with the leading passer in the division, in Pataz Severin. We trust our offense to get us 2 yards. Give it to Corey Gibson. He's tough. He dives for it. Does he have it? He's right on the 30, and he does.
First down. It almost went to hell for Eagle, but he got just enough for the first down.
I think it was the second effort that really got it, man.
Because he was stuffed initially, but he shed that tackle, dove forward, understanding the moment, and he might have just secured the championship for Eagle Queens.
Coach is wild. He's a wild boy. I can't lie. It couldn't be me. It couldn't be me.
Nah, especially running a dive when that hasn't worked at all in the second half. Ballsy.
Oh, man. So I'm not – okay, so the Sharks have 2 timeouts left. The clock on the scoreboard is still running, but that's a mistake. Actually, maybe it's not a mistake.
I don't think they called a timeout.
As they give it to Gibson again.
And now they take the timeout.
They didn't take a timeout before?
I think
Man,
they were
that
saving
was
it to get after the first down. Because you got to figure they're going to go for it. So
FJM take their second timeout.
To be honest, I don't think it matters, Andre, because at the second down, you call a timeout, they're going to go for it too. They're going to go for it again. They're going to get clocked. A little above 1 minute left in the game. I don't see how even calling timeout really saves them.
So we have 1:03 on the clock. Will the PSAL 2A championship come to Eagle Queens? Will they take it home to Queens? Or will we see the Sharks manage to take it back to Sheepshead Bay, Brooklyn?
I don't think so. I think this is where the story ends for the Sharks. Sad to say it, but just based on my simple math, 1 timeout left, 1 minute to go, knowing that Eagle will go for it on 4th down, they're gonna have to force a turnover here.
They hand it off to Elijah Thompson,
Don't
and
go out
this
of bounds.
first down
And
will
he
end it.
goes out of bounds. The MVP of the offense for Eagle.
That will be game, set, and championship for Eagle Queens as they can now just knee the ball. They don't have enough timeouts left.
And yet again, that sweep play, the Achilles heel of the Sharks defense has been the sweep play of Eagle, and it works yet again in the second half for more chunk yardage and eventually a championship.
So like I said, all they need to do, if the clock, remember the clock on the scoreboard and our screen is not official, but they're lining up to run the ball as there's a timeout, Eagle Queens.
Timeout, Eagle.
So like I said, even with FJM having 1 timeout, they just need to knee the ball twice and the game is over.
That is their second charge timeout.
So Ray, Eagle Queens is on the cusp of completing an undefeated season and ending it with a championship.
What I like about this is with that defensive performance, this Eagle Queens defense will be the standard for future defenses in this program, because they will always go back to the 2024 team to say, are you as good as our 2024 defense that carried us to a championship? They're stamping their name in the history books right now, and that's a big deal for these young scholars as they elevate and move on in their lives. 2024 standard-bearing defensive performance for the 2A eventual champion Eagle Queens.
Yes, and this will be Eagle Queens' first championship, and they're halfway there from matching their brothers in Brooklyn, the field that they're playing on. As it looks like they will just need it. So that will be it.
No.
FJM do take one more timeout.
Took their final timeout.
But the young men of Eagle Queens know it. One more knee, maybe two more, and this game is over.
You got the Eagle coaches on the sideline trying to do a gritty. What's going on? I wish you could have got that on camera. It might have been the worst gritty I've ever seen. But you can do what you want to do when you're a champion.
You can see, look at that huddle right there. If you can zoom in. Eagle Queens offensive linemen emotional, hugging each other, man. It is on the screen. Thankfully, you guys can capture that moment.
They understand it. But they got it. They have to complete the snap, Andre. This game ain't over yet. A bad snap, a fumbled snap, and the Sharks might have one more chance.
It's just one more snap for the young men. Probably they have to snap it twice. So two more snaps. Two more snaps. One more snap now.
Second and correction, third and 12.
And let's not in this moment forget the effort of FJM. Only losing one game in the entire season, and that was the Eagle Queens. It looks like they won't be able to get the run back. But with this last snap, Eagle Queens will be your 2A champions.
Hell of a job by the Eagle Queens boys, dominating this game in the trenches, doing enough on offense, dominating on defense, and they have every right to celebrate because they are the 2024 2A high school football champions.
So this is Ray Jarvis and Andre Johnson, my guy Ray. We were going to try to warm up and get ready for that 3A championship between Brooklyn Tech and Fort Hamilton. But for now, congratulations to Eagle Queens as they are your PSAL 2A champions. We'll be back at 1 o'clock for the 3A championship.